what's going on again, folks? Welcome back to Wrestling with Finance, the YouTube channel for people who have wrestled with finance in the past and look to do better with it in the future. And one of the big financial things is crypto. And one of the things that has come up a lot over the last couple of months in particular, in fact, over the last year, is your crypto safe? Can you trust it in the bank? Can you trust it on a place run by a guy who's a shady charlatan? All of these concerns have driven a lot of people away from the crypto market. A lot of these concerns have made a lot of people very uneasy, let's say, sweating a little bit about their crypto and is it safe on the platforms that they're using. Well, there is a way, probably the safest way right now, in order to store your crypto and access your crypto, and we're going to talk about that in this video. There is a link down below for the Nano Ledger, which we will be talking about in this video, because if you have something on Coinbase or Binance or one of the other platforms, or you're a person who had your crypto on a place like BlockFi or, heaven forbid, FTX, and you somehow managed to get some of that money back, you still want to be in crypto, but you want to be in something a lot more secure. The Nano and the Ledgers, and there's a bunch of other different variations of this, those are probably your best bet. So this is basically a ledger. This is it right here. It's basically like a key fob or a flash drive, something you've seen before. It has this little part that slips out here. It has these two buttons on it that you use in order to interact with the interface, the very small interface on this very tiny device. Now, some people are confused about what these actually are. Your crypto is not stored on these. This device is used in order for you to directly access the blockchain and access all the keys that you have to the crypto that you store. But before we get into any more of this, the first thing you should do before you get a Nano Ledger, I would suggest, is to get a safe, a waterproof and fireproof safe. Why? Because you want to treat this like people call cryptocurrency digital gold. You want to treat it like you would treat it if you got a gold bar or gold coins. You put them away in a safe somewhere. Same thing with this. If you don't have a safe, get a safe, and you want to make sure that you put this thing in the safe along with any other information that you want to keep stored. In order to get a ledger, it's fairly simple. You just go on Amazon, or you could just do a Google search and find any number of these. I prefer the Nano Ledger. The Nano X right now is the one that I'm using. Go there, purchase one of these online, depending on your storage requirements, depending on your price point. There's lots of different options there for you. But once you get your ledger in the mail, you will open it up and get a lot of instruction. You get this nice little card, and you'll get your recovery sheet and all this other stuff, and you're going to have to go through the process. It took me about 15 minutes to set this all up. It is a kind of a lengthy process if you're not used to tech stuff, but again, remember, if you're storing hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even $1 million on this device, you want it to be a complicated system in order to get access to it. One of the first things you're going to wind up doing is downloading an app onto either your desktop or your laptop or your phone, or getting an app on your phone in order to plug the Nano into it in order to set it up properly. So you're going to have to get a username and a password and an account, but also for the ledger itself, you're going to have to write down a certain number of phrases. These are your recovery phrases. They could be on average 24 phrases, and they're simple words that you have to remember and write down, because you have to enter them in sequence in order to unlock access to your crypto. On top of that, you also have a password with your account. Now, the 24 words, the secret key phrases that you have, they're a bit more important than your password. If you forget your password, you can always reset the device. As long as you have those 24 phrases, your secret recovery phrases, you can just set it up again, get a new password, change your password, and still have access to your Nano. If you lose your recovery phrases, that's where a bit of the caveat comes with this whole thing. If you lose those phrases, you pretty much have lost your crypto. Again, that's probably why you want to get a safe to store the stuff in a safe so that doesn't happen to you. Make sure you write these down clearly and make sure you can remember all of this stuff. And once you've done all that, and once you have your Nano set up, it'll take you through a bunch of different steps in the prompts in order to get everything there, and then transferring your money from whatever other platform you're on onto this. It's actually a fairly simple, straightforward process. It's actually kind of fun fun for me. It may be fun for you. It may be tedious and boring to you, but it actually is an interesting process to see the money get transferred from those from whatever location you have it on, and then have it show up in your app and have it show up on your ledger. There is a bit of satisfaction to seeing the blockchain actually in action. It does take a little bit of time, but it's well worth it. Especially if you're somebody like me and somebody like a lot of us who've gone through the thing of having your crypto on a platform like FTX or BlockFi or Celsius or one of these other ones, and still to this day don't really know whether or not you're getting back your money. And even if you have stuff on Coinbase or one of the other platforms right now, Robinhood, Webull, whatever, if you have them on those applications and those platforms and those brokerages, and you still don't feel safe about keeping them on there, this little device is probably the thing for you. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Of course, there's a lot of different downsides to things like this, and we will cover downsides in future videos on this channel, but I want to know what you guys think. Are you still investing in crypto? Are you over crypto? And if you are investing in crypto, where are you keeping it? And do you think something like a Nano Ledger would appeal to you as a much safer way to store your crypto than on a platform online from a brokerage that could go out of business tomorrow, and you might not see your money for 2 to 3 years, if ever? Until next time, we will come back to you here on Wrestling with Finance with more of these little notes and nuggets, and just letting you guys know what's out there in the financial world and how you can take advantage of it and get to know finances a little bit better. Until then, be safe out there.